Let's go.
Right, okay, this is the old Buckley line. Used to be a farm here when I was a kid. Well, when I was in my 20s, there was a farm here, but they ripped it down, sold all the farmland off and built a huge housing estate. We call it the Buckley Line. It's known as Broadoak Wood now. This is the route the old Buckley Line took from Connah docks up to Buckley. Would you believe it? Anne-Marie knows this place better than me. I've not been up here. Last time I come up here was probably a farm.
The Northop Hall comes out on Bryn Gwyn Lane.
There you go.
And then there is another part to these woods, which is further into the houses. It takes you through to Normanby Drive Children's Park, the woodlands.
Oh, there you go.
And the whole Buckley Line used to go always to Connah docks, and it used to cut through the houses onto Mould Road, across a bridge, which is now gone. During the 76 onwards, the bridge went.
Yeah.
And the road was straightened out because it was dangerous, because it was winding round the bridge. Lots of wildlife down here.
You can hear the birds tweeting.
Birds.
It's nice that they've managed to keep a little bit of old woodland going in this area, because it's right in the middle of a big housing estate. Normally they just want to plonk more houses on it.
The housing estate here was known as Oil Hill, and you could walk up Oil Hill to the top of Wepper, and it was where they got all the oil from, because all the houses around here were powered by oil. Now it's all gas and electric.
Yeah.
So it's known as Oil Hill. It was great in the winter. You just, when it snowed, get your toboggans out, you can go down. Or if you were me, I had a bin bag. I did ask my mum, but I ended up with a bin bag. But worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was known as Oil Hill.
Got a stream going under here.
Until they've got houses all over it.
A little bit too cold perhaps for midges at the moment, because I'm not getting bitten to death. And I get bitten to death. Midges love me, so I'm feeling safe at the moment. Possibly because it's been raining constantly for about 48 hours. Don't want to speak too soon though, because I'll be coming out covered in flipping bites. Oh, there's a few midges out. Must have heard I've arrived. It is nice here though. I've not been here before. How far does this go now, love? Does it still go up to as far as Buckley?
Northop Hall, Bryn Gwyn Lane.
There's a pooch off for a splash. He's enjoying himself.
There's nothing up there somewhere.
Yeah. So this is where the tracks would have been, I'm assuming. Back in the day. I know when it used to come under the bridge leading to the docks in Connah by the old Quay house, the train seemed to be on a bit of a tilt. I've seen some photos on various historical sites where the train's going through the tunnel and it's on a bit of an angle. Because I think the bridge was a bit too low or something. There's a lot of acorns knocking around here on the floor. I'm surprised not to see more squirrels unless they're hiding away, possibly. I can hear some scurrying about. I don't know what the heck it is. You have to watch here, there's a little bit of a gap. I think it's designed like this though, to be honest. Yeah, a bit of a pond there. It's a nice bit of peaceful woodland, to be honest. And when you consider it's what, 5 minutes walk away from Morrison's in Connah. It's only across the road by the mini roundabout. Come out from Morrison's, turn right, go straight down, get to the mini roundabout, turn right, first left, drive up there. As you go down the hill, you'll see this on the left, on the right, sorry. Broadoak, or Buckley Line as I call it. I think most people call it the old Buckley Line, don't they? If they're from round here anyway. It's a bit muddy at the moment, but like I say, it has been raining for about 48 hours because of Storm Alex. Some very old fencing over there. I don't know if that was put in as part of...
A little pond.
Yeah. I don't know if that was put in as part of the railway people, or if it was put in after. I don't think Anne-Marie would mind. She likes dogs. Anything for another bath in those crystals, eh, love? It is quite slimy here. But it's defo worth a bit of a sniff if you're in the area. Because it's an awfully nice place.
old building. Old railway building.
Is there?
Oh, the was, it's gone. You could go inside, didn't there? There's no doors or windows on it.
I see.
They got rid of it. I think people were misusing it, you know what I mean?
Oh, right, okay. Oh, look at that, masks on the floor. I don't know. Hopefully it was just dropped by accident. Looks like an old post, that. Concrete. Unusual bugs on it. I have absolutely no idea what they are, but I'm sure that someone will. There's a lot of them on there, so they must be enjoying it. Might get a shot of me on Facey. It's a nice area there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up very well, but it looks quite peaceful. Somewhere to sit down the bottom on a bit of a drier day, perhaps. The midgies have found me. Spoke too soon, didn't I? Little rascals are out. I wonder what on earth that is.
Fencing down the back there.
It's like a furry, invasive weed of some kind crawling up this tree. Not what the heck it is.
You can see all old metal fences down the back.
Yes, yeah, you can. A few concrete posts to hold them as well.
Yeah.
I've just saying the midgies have found me now. I spoke too soon. Starting to tuck in. Little rat bags. Quite a lot of coverage here, so it's getting a little bit darker. What's that?
Walkers welcome.
Walkers welcome, I see. Well, that's not been there since the railway days, has it? But that concrete post behind it might have been. Keep walkers unwelcome and off the tracks.
Up to the new houses over that bridge.
I see. There's a bridge up here. That takes you to the new houses. Crikey. Well, those are new to me over there.
Takes you up the top.
Oh, so they've put a bench in for people to sit on. That's nice. A lot of the time these days the councils rip them out because they don't want people abusing them or whatever. I'm assuming things like railway sleepers, etc., were all taken up and discarded of many years ago, because it's something like the mid 60s since the line was actually here. Hopefully the microphone picks up a little bit of the noise. It's more of an interview mic, this one, really, so it might not be picking the birds up too well. I was going to bring the other one, but I wasn't too sure if it'd stick out over the little pancake lens that I've got on, like a stick over the top. But there's lots of singing going on here, bird singing. Yeah, so if you're a resident of Connah or nearby and you don't want to go to wet because it's absolutely heaving all the time, as you can see, this place is peaceful and really pretty, serene. See, that's behind us. It's lovely, isn't it? And it's quiet, which is nice. Because Wepper's lovely, but it's a bit full these days. It's very popular and very busy quite a lot of the time. Alright, you haven't got the castle here, I suppose, but if you want a nice walk in peaceful woodland, birds tweeting away and what have you, it's a nice place. You've got all these acorns here. I wonder, where are you, Mr. Squirrel? I bet you're knocking around there somewhere. I don't know when they hibernate. Do they hibernate, grey squirrels? I don't actually know, you know. Got grief, there's loads of them here. Got all this lot. Perhaps there's red squirrels in this one. I doubt it though, because it'd have protected area all over it probably. I did see a red squirrel once in Shotton, up Carnarvon Close, funnily enough, right at the top by Edward Morgan. It was sat on a windowsill. That's probably the only squirrel, red squirrel that I've seen in Deeside though, and that was 1982, 1981 maybe. It was a long time ago. I remember seeing it though, because I thought it was really cute. Being a little nipper back then. There's a lot of sand here. I'm no land management expert by a long shot, but I'm assuming that's to keep the bank up maybe. If it's had a lot of water ripping it down. Big old crow or something flapping away up there. There is some rocks in amongst the mud here, so it's not just a slosh pit. You can actually walk reasonably solid, even though it has been raining a lot. See, the ground is fairly alright, like. Not sure if you can see, if I can get around Anne-Marie. There's a crow flapping about down there. I don't know if this lens will pick him up though. Possibly on a big screen maybe. Got a big 80-inch telly. He's sat in the mud over there. There must be a few worms knocking him round. There he goes. I don't know what that wire is going across there. I'm wondering if it's electric. I don't know what it's for, or whether it's just part of the old railway system, perhaps. I don't know, because there's a big pond next to it now. Ah, there's a grey squirrel at the base of the tree across the way there. You can probably see his tail wagging maybe. Just about. Got a couple of rope swings, and then the middle tree now out of those two, he's just to the right hand side. Looking like he's thinking about climbing up there. See if I can attract his attention. He's having a snuffle around. Must be looking for these acorns. They're over here, mate. Hiya. Have you got some photos, love? Just pause this for a sec. There we go, we're still here. I just had to adjust my bag and that. We're still at the squirrel tree, see? Across the way there. I think in a sec we're going to carry on a bit further up. Anne-Marie's getting a few photos. There's a little nesting box across the way there. Quite a small opening, so I'm assuming it must be for little tiny things. Blue tits, sparrows, I don't know. Like I say, I'm not the world's biggest nature expert. Nice big slimy pool here, so I'll head off over this way. Nice little area to stop off though, when the midgies aren't here. Seems to have cleared off again for a minute, which is nice. the sun hasn't really made its mind up on as to what it's doing today. Sometimes it's really glaring and sometimes it's quite dark. We're in the middle of Storm Alex at the moment, so it should be absolutely lashing down here, but luckily it's not. And hopefully it doesn't start anytime soon because my coat's in the car. There's our mate the squirrel again. I don't know if you can see him, he's over there. Running round up the side of the embankment. Perhaps he thinks I'm nicking his acorns. Don't worry, Mr. Squirrel. I'm not after your acorns. Anything there, love? No, just an old fence. Concrete though, which makes me think that it's possibly been there since the railway line was in, because it's quite a substantial concrete fence that, and it looks a little bit too old and broken and what have you than to be one they've put in when they've ripped all this up. I could be wrong, but I can't see them putting that in. That's certainly not recent. I have absolutely no idea what that slimy substance is. Looks quite gross, but no idea if it's natural or what. Aeroplane flying over now. I don't know what that is, but watch out, slimy. It looks like someone's poured out a whole pile of glue, but plane flying past, but you can't see it because it's above the clouds, I think. You can hear it though. Okay, I'll shut up for a minute now and just film some of the ambience. All right. All right. Ah.
Come on then.
Hello. All right.
I got a lick.
You got a lick.
A lick. That's the dog.
Nice one, eh?
Muddy lick.
Oh. Apples. We have an apple tree. They look like they're not long fallen, to be honest. Only really just starting to turn. It's a nice source of grub for the animals, isn't it? I see these everywhere, but I haven't got a Scooby what they are. I'm sure someone will leave a comment if anyone ever sees this. I haven't got any fancy wireless camera and microphone, so I hope this isn't making too much of a racket. Getting bumped and bashed around. Some old corrugated sheets. Don't know if that's farmland or what. Another bench. It's a bit narrower here, the path, isn't it? Take some footage of the field over there.
Got some bricks there.
Yeah,
Might have been part of like one of the old buildings that were here.
possibly.
Because the old railway building was
yeah.
further down that way. Because I've been inside it with the dog. Now it's gone. I think the druggies were getting in and stuff.
Oh, I see. Some kind of a field over here. Back end of housing. What a lovely place to have a house though, to look out onto this. I mean, you've got to ask yourself, how long will it be this? Because this is what it used to be like in the fields up by Morrison's in Connah when I was a kid. Because I used to walk across fields like this and go into trees and bushes, and especially bushes like that one, and get blackberries for me nan. Or blackcurrants. No, blackberries, isn't it? I always get those two mixed up. And she used to make pies with them years ago. Hopefully it'll stay like this. Be used for grazing or something, I don't know. It's nice though. This is what we've been walking through. And all this in Connah, you wouldn't believe it, would you? You think of Connah being the Cuzzy and the boathouse and the big church with the spire that got pulled down and what have you. The Quay Hill and Deeside College. And all this is pretty much just up the road. You could finish at Deeside College for the day, walk for 10 minutes and be in the middle of this. What's this here again? Out across the fields there, you can just about see the cows. They're not lying down yet, so does that mean it's not going to soak down just yet? It's getting a bit nippy out here now, but it's not too bad. Right, I'll turn this off, kiddies coming the other way, don't like filming.
Bricks.
Anne-Marie suggested we stop here because there's part of an old building or something.
You see the ruins. There isn't much left.
No. I see, yeah, there's a
Oh, there's some over there as well.
piece of wall and there's another piece of wall. Yes.
And if you look straight on in front of you,
Yeah.
up the embankment there's more bricks.
Yeah, there seems to be a few proper old school red
In
bricks.
my lifetime there was one building left.
Yeah,
Well, there's probably been several buildings from the railway line
yeah.
that have gone.
Oh.
So it could have been a coal house or it could have been a parcel, you know, place.
Yeah, I don't really know. But there was something here at some point. And as the railway line would have been about there, and it must have been something to do with the trains. Mm-hmm. It's that old red brick as well. I've seen that knocking around locally. Buckley had the brickworks. Connah had the brickworks as well though.
We did have like the old like lamp posts and telegraph posts, but they seem to have taken all them away now. There was still some knocking around a few years back.
Old telegraph poles.
Yeah, like lamp posts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or communication posts, for wartime maybe, but they had things knocking about. Stuff up there, all stuff.
This looks a bit like Sleepy Hollow here.
Down this end, we used to have sleepers still on the ground.
Yeah.
About 30 years ago. Probably been all taken up now.
Very Sleepy Hollow-esque. You can imagine the Headless Horseman coming down here. That's a little bird box. And another wall of some kind.
Near the end now, there's a gate coming up. You go through the gate near the end.
See?
See that bit there, look?
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
Metal bit. Part of a train. Sign.
Don't know. Part of the Buckley line. That's all I can guarantee. There's a brick there. Old brick. Looks like it's got a letter L in it, I'm not sure. Can't see markings or anything. There's mortar on one side and the other side snapped off, so.
There's loads of bricks here. I see them all.
Yeah.
Have you got anything on them, bricks?
I can't see anything now. Just as an idea as to where it was made, but who knows. There's a few blocks here as well. Don't know if they're later additions or what. Could be. And Marie said we're getting close to the end of this little stretch now. It's taken, I mean, with pauses, it's probably taken about an hour to get here. Or so.
Alright,
I don't think, mate.
come on you.
I don't know, I was looking at those just now.
I'm sure these weren't here before.
No.
It's a long time since I've been down here. I'm sure these weren't here. These are like breeze plots, aren't they? What'd you say?
Possibly it was like a bit of a path, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Big old block of wood.
And was that a piece of tree or was it an old part of like a post for a...
I don't know, it's square, so it looks like it's been cut, but
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, a telegraph pole or something, I don't know. Possibly. I must admit, I'm not sure.
Just look here, this is the area where they were still sleeping in the ground.
A little bit of a woodland area across the way there. Looks nice.
What is it? Little woodland. And it's part of farm field, isn't it?
This entire floor pretty much has been virtually one big non-stop acorn.
It's been, the floor has been done. It's been like done over the years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
More woodlandy.
but there's acorns everywhere.
Years ago when I first come up here, there was nothing like this.
No.
Yeah.
What was it like then?
It was like more rubbly.
Yeah.
A couple of railway sleepers were still visible.
Okay.
One of the buildings was still down there. In a derelict state. And there wasn't like gates and stuff. I think it's to stop the animals from coming through, you know what I mean? From the farmers' fields. And there's more. Does that take you into that field?
Yeah, I think so. There's a gate just up yonder. A chair for the weary traveller. And another little gate.
Farm, managed access. Please keep that under control.
Let's have a look. Anne-Marie's said something then. Pentre Farm.
Yeah. So I'm showing you that bit of glass we were on before. Maybe it's that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it stays a farm. Be nice. Feather in the nettles.
Go on now.
Anne-Marie doesn't like leaving white feathers.
And you can do that gap there. These gaps here. You have a look and see if it's the one back there has bricks in it. And the one for the down had bricks in it.
I see.
So there could have been like straight buildings and that. And you can see straight ahead now, you can see Bryn Gwyn Lane. Straight ahead.
Yes, you can. Bryn Gwyn.
There is an entry across the road, which I'm presuming is like where it would have been
Yeah.
the railway line.
Oh, I see. Well, it used to carry on up to Buckley. I'm not quite sure of the route, to be honest. But I bet if you have a sniff on the internet, you'll find it.
And then turn around, see?
Sorry?
Go as far as what's there and then turn around, see? you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
We've got the other woodlands to investigate too.
Yeah, apparently there's more woodlands. I don't know if I'm going to have enough space on the memory card, but I'll try. I don't think the mic will pick it up, but we're quite close to the Northop to Connah Road now. It's just across those fields there on the right hand side.
You have been walking at a slow pace though,
Yeah.
and stopping every now and again.
Apologies if the footage is wobbly. I haven't got an image stabiliser on this lens and my arm's hanging off. That looks a bit more modern, the fence in there.
Yeah, probably stop the animals and the humans.
And this side is just fields that lead over, like I say, to the Northop to Connah Road.
Northop Hall.
But this one is quite a nice little walk, isn't it? It's quite peaceful. There's a few places to sit if you get a bit weary. It's really nice. Birds singing, a few dogs running around, squirrels. Very pleasant overall. Getting back to civilization-ish now. This is Bryn Gwyn Lane. Oh, here we go. Anne-Marie's found some sleepers, look. Good grief, so there's a couple left.
There's one there, behind you. See, I knew they're still around.
There's not many, but there's
Just
still
further down if you keep going.
still a couple of
So I knew
signs
they
that
were
there was a
still
railway here.
around. They look like sleepers, don't they?
I think so.
They're massive railway because they've been here for a while. I mean that one there I think is more.
Well, they've been 1800s, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I think
They're sleepers because they're quite straight.
a dog's been sick there or something.
You can vaguely see that.
Enjoy your dinner.
Well, you know. So a more visible.
Come out on Bryn Gwyn Lane at the other end here, so it gives you an idea if you're coming in from this end. Walking down to the quay. Yeah, you never know. At a slow pace, you're probably looking at about an hour. You could do it in probably about half, to be honest.
So they're walking quite slow and taking pictures. So.
Here we go. Oh, and there's a thing on the sign here, Buckley Society, and I can't really.
The Buckley Railway album, I think it's the book.
Yeah,
I think my
it's
dad's
very.
got the book, and I think you've got it too, haven't you?
It's very, very faded.
You can buy the book on
But
Amazon.
you can, but it says for sale at Bethany Books, Chester Road, Shotton.
Oh, £9.95.
Quay Watermen's Association, Dock Road, Connah,
Yeah.
Llangollen Railway Station, and Buckley Library, and the barber shop in Mill
All
Lane.
the information on the Buckley line, which is the woodlands you've just walked up. But this is only part of the Buckley line. There's loads more.
The Buckley Railway album.
Unfortunately, it's been built on.
Might be worth a sniff if you want to find out a bit more about the railway.
As you can see across the road there is entry, but you can see there's houses been built and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never actually walked up there, so I don't know.
There we go. Coed Pentramach woodland.
There is.
I'm sure it was called Broadoak on the other side, wasn't it?
Yeah. There is fields and park up somewhere up there.
There is lots of midgies waiting to eat me.
Mum's been up there with the dogs.
Now, is this Bryn Gwyn?
Yep.
So if you know your Northop Hall and that, then you know Bryn Gwyn Lane. It's like suicide going down here in the daytime. Down there, it's twisty, windy lanes, you can't see anything that's coming. At night it's not too bad because you can see the headlights, but I wouldn't recommend driving down there in the day unless you're brave. Or take it easy at least. There we go, Pentramach. And a little plug for the book we've discovered here, whatever it is. Buckley Railway album, £9.95, reprinted in 2014. So whether that is donkey's years out of date, I don't know.
You can still got it.
Pretty white flowers. What they are, I have no idea. I'm going to cut this off here and see if I can save some video and footage time for this other one that Amory's talking about taking us down. The other bit of it or something.
Oh, pissing blurred as fuck.
Just walking along and spotted this little chap. See if I can get the camera down a bit closer.
Is that going to be a moth, I think?
Now I can hear some other walkers coming, so I'm going to try and shift our little friend if I can, so he doesn't get squashed. Here you go, pal. How's about that one?
I'm still playing with it.
Come on.
Poor thing. Get in with your hands, I'm going to bite you, it's only a caterpillar.
I don't know, it might be deadly.
Deadly?
I haven't got a clue.
Well, is there a type of deadly caterpillar out?
Who knows? I have no idea.
Hey?
You stay there, mister. I'm just going to move him over there so that he doesn't get splattered when these people walk past in a minute. There you go, mate. Oh, off you go. Yeah, I think he's safe now. Oh dear. Oh, have they? Oh, my arm's hanging off. Carrying this camera bag, I've brought loads of goodies with me.
You haven't used any of it?
No, I haven't used that off of it. I brought me Mickey Mouse GoPro, but
Well, next time
the sound is a bit useless on
Next time
it.
you come, you're able to bring the folks, so you can take pictures, can't you? You've already had it.
I got like a cheap Picasso EK7000, and it's, to be fair to it, it's not a bad little picture on it, but the sound on it's fairly atrocious. There is a mod online I'm looking at until I get something a bit better. Too skint at the moment. If I get a DJI Osmo Pocket or a GoPro 9 or something, I'll come back, film it in 4K. Heading back out of here now. It's a bit colder, a bit darker now. But Anne-Marie knows of another area that is somehow linked to this. Part of the Buckley line, yeah?
Yeah.
We had a bit of commotion a bit further back up the line. There's a squirrel going nuts because there's a black cat prowling round. But well, I couldn't film it because I've only got my little pancake lens on, and it needed to be being about a 300 or 400 zoom, I think, to get anything that was worth looking at. But I think it's done reasonably well. Hopefully it's not too shaky because it's got no image stabiliser. But hopefully it's come out okay. Just heading back out now, so. Only started filming because I spotted that little caterpillar. Anne-Marie's dad's well into his photography, so I think he'd like some of these logs covered in fungus and what have you. Back to these old concrete ivy covered posts. Oh, it's that one again. Look, remember earlier on with the funny looking beetles? No idea what they are. But it's absolutely covered in them, so they must like it, whatever it is. Here's another one of those concrete posts. Again, covered in those little beetles. See how? Like I say, no image stabiliser, so it might be a bit shaky, sorry. And it's getting a little bit dark now, so the camera might struggle a little bit more to pick up, though this lens does go, the f-stop on it is something low, I think it's f2.8 or something, so it might not be too bad just yet. But as we're in lockdown in Flintshire at the moment due to the COVID situation, it's nice to be able to get out, and this is somewhere where you can walk to really from our house. You know, probably what, half an hour walk from the main road in Connah, roughly, or from Morrison's about 10 minutes on foot. Sky's starting to look a little bit dreary now, so I'm gearing up for a bit of rain. When it starts to rain, I'll have to stick this away because it's not waterproof, unfortunately. It's not one of these pro cameras, it's just a Canon 800. Anne-Marie's been filming the beetles, I think, or taking photos more likely. You've been taking photos of the beetles, love? John Paul, George and Ringo. Pete Best as well if you want. Oh. Right, I filmed all this coming in, so I'll turn it off for now and try and save some film for the other bit. Right, oh, we're back to where we started now. Broadoak Wood. I don't know if you can see that there, but it says the Buckley and Connah Railway was opened in 1862. It was progressively closed down by British Rail. Connah to Northop Hall was closed in 1959, Northop Hall to Buckley in May 65, and Buckley to Buckley Junction in June 65. It was opened in 1862, so it lasted about 100 years then. You were standing in ancient semi-natural woodland. Woodlands recorded present in the landscape since the Middle Ages, approximately 1600 AD. However, these woodlands were probably part of the Eulogh wood and used in the 14th century by Edward the Black Prince for deer hunting. The woodlands would have been a lot more dangerous then. Wolves and wild boar roamed the land for food and shelter. The Dublin Main Colliery Company was located at Northop Hall, end of Broadoak Wood. The company formed in 1873. In 1988, the farmland adjacent to the woodland was allocated for residential development by Allen and Deeside. The Deeside Urban Wildlife Group, concerned for the future of the woodland, secured a licence to manage the site as a nature reserve in 1989. The Broadoak Wood is now surrounded by housing, but importantly retains the feel of the countryside and is a haven to local wildlife. It's mainly made up of alder, oak, ash and sycamore. Nice. Look into the trees for the greater spotted woodpecker, house sparrow, blue tit, and if you're lucky, a pied flycatcher. Tawny owl comes alive at night and can be heard hunting while it hunts for small mammals. And if you walk the woods early enough, fox can be seen returning to the den after a night's hunt. Well, that's certainly true, because I've seen foxes around here, and oh look, it's our friends again. I don't know if you can see him there. Don't even know if it'll pick him up. Let's have a go. Yeah, there's a few little bits of wildlife knocking around here. And here it is. By Hollowbuck Drive, just across the road. So if you look on Google Maps for Hollowbuck Drive, you'll see this place. Rightio, let's crack on. Anne-Marie has brought me to yet another bit of woodland. Bit of a play area and dog walk bit here. Across the way yonder, there's a hill that I think had tanks full of water. Now whether that is still the case, I don't know. Not quite sure what this place is called, but it's off Normanby Drive in Connah. She reckons it's a nice walk, so I'm assuming it's more than the playground. 9 until 9.
That's a lot bigger. These have a massive slide over there and swings here. But it's a lot bigger. If you go through the entry down there, there's a bit of a stream.
Yeah.
But the woodland are over here.
Is this where you used to come to play, is it?
Yep.
I can hear the stream or something in there.
Completely different.
But there used to be a big swing.
And there's a slide, big slide. There's a seat here.
There were seats here?
Yeah, it's over there now.
Oh, I see, yeah. It's like a little kiddies play area, this bit.
And if you go up the woodlands, on your left, there's a stile. Takes you into Uplands Avenue. And you can go that way to the park. There's a shortcut.
Quay Local Nature Reserve. Quay Gathering Grounds, Woods. There's a pond here. Must be some kind of nature trail to follow that we haven't got the book for, but apparently this is a pond. Those reeds kind of give it away, I suppose. And great crested newts breed here. And I think they're a protected one, aren't they? So good luck to them. Bit of digging here. Is that a mole or a badger? Someone will know. A little bit wet and slippy here. Little stream at the side of the path.
Goes round in a circle.
Okay. I'll follow you. Hopefully can't go wrong.
I've been here many a time walking the dog.
Big bit of fungus sticking out of that trunk. And a bit of a stream type affair that must be filling that pond over there for the newts. Running down here as well. There's a grid there
It is.
with water pumping out the top of it.
Yeah. Mad.
That must be supplying this little stream. I don't know if it's like an overflow from the hills or something, or no idea. Yeah. Yeah, don't step too close to the pond. Or you'll be in it.
Well, I didn't expect that, did I? Look, I'm in shoe now.
Oh no, that means another shopping trip to buy new shoes. Lord save me. Nice to have a little wildlife haven in the middle of town. Again, this is Normanby Drive, just off Mold Road in Connah. Yes, love. What's up? Oh dear, looks ominous, doesn't it?
Oh, God.
The light isn't that grand now, so fair play to the camera's doing alright. Conifers about and what have you.
That way takes you back to where you came from.
Okay,
Or that one takes you to the end,
okay,
the new houses and back.
right.
It's not far.
No, okay. Follow you. There's a fence over there with a lock on, leading to absolutely nothing that I can see, but perhaps there once was something there. It's one of the things you find, I think, in North Wales, is that most of it really is like this. You know, where in big cities and what have you, you have little areas like this, and then a hell of a lot of housing. Well, for the most part, North Wales is a hell of a lot of this and a little bit of housing. You get bigger areas, like Deeside's quite a big area. Mould, there's another bigger area in Buckley and Holywell, but quite a lot of North Wales is still pretty much like this. You know, we only have to drive, what, a minute, maybe 2 minutes from our house, and you're in this. And then you drive through this and you hit perhaps the A55, and you drive over the top of that on a bridge, and then you're into more of this again. So it's still a fair bit of country in North Wales still around, thankfully. Oh yeah, probably rabbits. Probably foxes as well. Because there's one across the road from here, defo, because I've seen him running towards Morrison, so he's probably sniffing round in here somewhere or up in the other woods. We are quite privileged though, aren't we, love, because there is a heck of a lot of this around by us. I mean, for some people this would be a novelty.
You used to walk up through here to the top, and then you'd come out and walk back down Clifton Road.
Yeah.
Before they built the new houses. It was just all open fields, Oil Hill and that. You could walk all over Oil Hill and stuff. Are they mushrooms?
Yeah, there's a lot of fungi growing.
I get a picture, but I'm on 1%.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of midges around, isn't there? I'll probably be covered in bites tomorrow. Bit of pipe there. I don't know if that's just been chucked there or if that's actually there for a purpose, but there's a bit of water knocking round, so it might be there for a purpose. Can't see a lot going on wildlife wise, but you can hear the birds squawking, and they're definitely flying on overhead. And no doubt there's more squirrels and what have you knocking round here somewhere. Okay. You know better than me, I think. What's that?
There's a dog coming.
Oh, okay. So what was the name of this? What was it? Normanby? I can't even say it.
Normanby Drive. There's a park, Normanby Drive Park, and then you come and there's more woodlands.
Yeah. Normanby Drive
grounds.
woodlands and the gathering grounds. Okay.
This is called the gathering grounds.
I'm quite surprised. The camera seems to be picking that up all right. That was a pooch. Having a sniff. Yeah, like I was saying, the Camera's doing pretty well, to be fair, 'cause it's quite low light in here. It might not seem it. Might seem quite bright, but it isn't really. The sun's going down and quite surprised it's picking up as well as it is, like. This is like Anne-Marie's old playground, isn't it, love? Where she used to come and play when she was littler. This bit here, even my eyes are struggling to see, it's that dark. Fair dues. Look at the camera screen, it's easier to see. It's a nice little walk. I think that the Buckley Line walk is a bit more interesting. Seems a little bit more wild as well, you know. Here you're walking past people's gardens and stuff. You're bathing your shoes, are you, love? I think they need to go to scrub now. Oh no, it's your Vans as well.
Yep.
Oh heck, should have put a pair of wellies on. Just give them a good scrub with water when you get back, it'll be alright. Well, I hope this footage comes out. Pleased the rain's kept off, because it's meant I've been able to get a fair bit of filming done, because Storm Alex was roaring for the last couple of days. That's why everywhere's so soggy, and I didn't honestly think that I'd be doing any filming this weekend, but I'm glad to get a bit done. It's awkward at the moment because it's lockdown, so can't really go very far. I think I'm really seeing something in the tree. Oh, it's a pussycat. It looks like my old cat, Jess. Hello, boss. Nice, isn't he? It's made your day, that now. I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about just before we saw the cat. That's how great my memory is. But we are, as you can see, surrounded here by housing. Is this the end, is it, darling?
We've got that way then, to go on the other side.
See, so there's a way out there. Looks like there's a bin.
That's the new houses, you know, where we were before.
Oh, okay. So that's the one that leads on to the Broadoak. Okay. That's probably why there's a pussycat lurking in the woods. He's not got to go far. There'll be mice and all kinds here for him. Off you spattered. Oh, another feather.
That's yours, that one.
Why?
I've got loads.
There we go. Look at that. Lucky feather. Fingers crossed. I suppose one of the problems with the housing being so close to this little woods is it's chomping through the wood by the look of things there. It get quite damp. But then I suppose the forest was here first, wasn't it? So now it is dark here. But on the screen it looks alright, look. See?
Yeah.
Good, that, isn't it? Its aperture's better than my eyes. I know that much. Just have such a nice peaceful walk. It's not far from home. You can get your steps in doing this. Though to be honest, I'd probably go to the other one. This one's nice, like, but the other woods is a little bit better. I think the light is getting a little bit low for the camera now, but hopefully it will carry on recording for a bit longer without focusing in and out all the time. Because after a while, once it gets too low, it does struggle with the focus. It'll be going in and out of focus all the time. Well, I have no idea how long this video would be. It's been filming for quite some time, I think. It hasn't taken much space on the memory card though. Not a great deal anyway, because it's only 1080p this camera, you see. Oh, here's the rain now. Luckily we're covered in the woods here a bit, so it's not too bad, but I'll probably have to stop filming soonish, because if it doesn't let up a bit, just because the camera's not waterproof. Oh, and Marie's found a grid. I don't think it'll be too old because
What does it say on it?
it says Ductile UK Foundries Limited. So I don't think it's anything from round here. It's probably been made elsewhere, I guess. CCICHO. No idea. FE. Your guess is as good as mine. FE, isn't that iron? Something like that. Crikey, it's dark in here. Oh, the rain seems to be letting up a bit, so I might be able to continue recording. Battery's flashing like hell, like, and I'm on 27 minutes, so it'll cut off in a sec, but I have got a spare battery with me. If the rain lets up, I'll carry on recording round a bit further. But it gives you a bit of an idea of what's around in Connah. I wasn't aware of these two places really. Well, I sort of knew about the Buckley line and its history and its route, but I've not really been through the woods. I think I went to the farm years ago when that was there. I think they sold milk and stuff. I forget again the name of the chap who owned the land. Anne-Marie, what was the name of the chap who owned all the land? Was it Huey Pierce?
I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right there. There was a few farms around here when I was little. Most of them have gone now. Up Wepper Drive was a little farm where you could get milk and eggs and stuff. I used to go there and get it. So it's not that long ago. That's gone. There was Golfing Farm down the bottom by the college. That's the Sir Gawain now. There was Killings Farm in Shotton. That was up Killings Lane. That's in the Doomsday books, I think. I have no idea what that is, but it's an old brick building, is it?
Is it?
I'm not sure. I can't really. The light is so poor.
Or is it like bits of tree together?
Maybe. The camera might pick it up a little bit better than my eyes because it's very, very, very dark. I'm not sure. Need to come with a torch here. I've got one in the car. Anyway, this is coming to 29 minutes and the battery's flashing like hell, so I'll swap the battery over. So expect a quick switch. Okay, new battery in now and restarting. So that's 29 minutes. We've been in here half an hour, you know.
Yeah.
So time does not fly.
Goes round in a circle, doesn't it?
Like I say, I can't tell what that is. I don't know if it's rock or if it's now a bit of wood or what. I can't see. I have to come when it's a bit lighter.
The Buckley Railway went through. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, I'm guessing.
It may have been where the Buckley line went through, you know, I don't know.
I don't remember it being there when I walked down there.
No,
I'm sure it was 9:14.
I'm not really sure. I know it went up Mold Road because there's an old piece of it still up Mold Road. If you go up Mold Road in Connah, if you know the area, you go past the crossroads that leads to like Wepper Drive and up Englefield, go past there. You go a little bit further up and on the left there's a bungalow, isn't there? Well, the line used to go around by there because there was a, oh heck, what do you call it? There was a bridge where cars used to go under, right by that bungalow, and the railway tracks went over the top. And it's still, if you get your glasses out, got little bits of the bridge knocking round down by that bungalow, in the trees by the power station. I wouldn't recommend climbing in the power station land, or whatever it's called. That says dust tile, EN124. Water? I'm guessing water because the one that was around the corner was thumping water out the top. Yeah, I'm not overly fussed on the wood over that side. I'm sure when it was...
That was all new.
Yeah, I'm sure when it was done it was lovely, but it looks a mess. And
That can be blocked easily, it's not looked after. This is all brand new. When I used to come up here, none of these houses.
yeah, it does look as though it needs a bit of TLC, that. I suppose nobody bothers. So it's the builders put it in, treat it, and then 20 years later it falls down because no one's treated it since, maybe.
Because I moved from down here in 1998.
Yeah, so you lived here till
I only moved up
98?
the road, like 50 yards up the road,
Yeah.
but 1998, so. Quickly the houses come up then. It was like 20 years and then now there's houses.
Well, they put them up in 5 seconds, won't they?
Well, you've got a nice view from your house.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, it'll be a gorgeous view down into here, and you'll see. If I lived in those houses, I'd have a telescope out with a night light on, infrared or something, and be looking for the animals running around. Foxes and badgers and all kinds. And I'd probably be setting up a few camera traps as well to see what sort of stuff I could find. In perhaps some of the more remote bits of the wood. Otherwise the kiddies will find it and like swing it from its cabling probably. But yeah, it's not far to go, and it's a pleasant little walk. I prefer the other one, but it's not bad at all. I mean, just have a look around, isn't it lovely? Nice, isn't it? So if you're ever bored and you're in the quay and you want a nice little walk, fetch yourself a bottle of water or whatever for hydration and have a walk down these little routes. In the summertime I'm sure it's even better, but it might be a bit more packed. Kiddies swinging from the trees and that, but nice little autumn walk, and it'd be very pretty I'm sure when the oranges are in the trees because of the autumn approaching and what have you. Well, if they do. I'll have loads of people now saying they're all evergreen jewelry. Well, I won't have a clue to be honest, but they are it's a nice little area. That's where we decided to go up ahead up there before we just come back. So we're coming back on ourselves now. Ready for Anne-Marie to get her vans covered in even more mud. Conifer, massive conifer that, isn't it? I'm sure if there's some Canadians in here they'd be laughing saying that ain't massive. I suppose one of the good things about this wood in the UK is you're not going to get a bear charging out angry. You might get an angry Jack Russell. And I wouldn't say the walk was too bad for the elderly or anyone who wants to take their time a little, because it's you know, there is a little bit of a slope here, but it's not anything particularly noticeable, so I think you'd be able to walk here reasonably alright. The only problem you may have is with the damp. If it's been raining particularly badly like it has the last couple of days, it might cause a bit of grief. Just due to the puddles really, more than anything. If you fetch a pair of wellies with you, you won't have to worry. Right, we haven't been down this bit. Anne-Marie's taking me down a new bit now. I think this is the bit that circles round back to the beginning. Got our little stream here. It's quite overgrown, the stream, but there is definitely one there. Now, were they originally here? No, they weren't, because that moved. So they've been planted there. They must be from other places in the woods, even elsewhere. Make a cracking seat, that. Treated and what have you. A lot of flapping going on ahead. Sounds like pigeon wings, that. There's another little bridge across the water. There you go. See there? I must admit, I do feel lucky being in this area, because it is really pleasant. I feel sorry for people who've just got houses and flats and city centre to look at all the time, but then some people prefer that. They don't like this sort of thing. They'd rather have the nightlife and what have you. You can understand that too, I suppose. It isn't really too far from here to go and get some nightlife. I'd say as the crow flies, it's probably only about 6 miles to Chester city centre from here. No, something like that, maybe 7. What's that, love? Hey?
Yeah,
What?
above our heads.
What?
It's blue.
Oh, bats.
So you see a fly. It went in front of my face and above my head.
Well, it's
It was black.
that time of night now, isn't it? I suppose it's getting towards bat time. Ooh, oh, that's nice.
Bit muddy and wet.
Nah.
There. Have you seen it? From there to there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
More grey coloured.
Yeah, it's definitely a bat. I can see it over there. The
Right.
camera won't pick it up, I don't think. He just flew past again. Yeah, it's definitely a bat.
Bats. They go fast, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they go like hell. They're probably catching the evening midges, aren't they?
Well, don't they eat mice, no?
Bats, no, midges, I think.
Yeah,
They're really tiny, aren't they? They're down there, they are. You can see them flapping round. Don't know if the camera's caught them. That wasn't a bat, don't worry.
What was that?
I think it's a pigeon or something. Because they're not very aerodynamic, are they, pigeons? Yeah, I can see he's flying round there in front of the camera now. I don't know if you can catch him. Did a few fly pasts then, so you might have caught him, I don't know.
He's over there. In the tree. Yeah, he's just gone down. See?
Just gone over our heads, so he should be in front of the camera yet. There he goes on.
We've got the camera high enough.
Yeah, yeah. But it's, there he goes again. But the camera might have caught him, I don't know. It's very fast and very small, so, and it's quite dark, so it might be difficult to see him. But you never know. There he is again. You can tell it's getting late on now because the bats are out. No, I can't see him now. He'll be here somewhere. Probably chomping on Midgeezy's coat or something. There's a magpie flew over then, it's not. I don't know if the camera picked up the bat, maybe it did. Another grid.
Maybe they got something to do with that oil stuff.
I don't know. Dog barking over there. Probably smell us walking round in here.
Trains on the bottom line.
Ghost of the Buckley line. Sounded a bit more electric or diesel, that, didn't it? Nearly done. Hopefully the footage has come out okay. Like I say, it's got no image stabilizer on this lens, so I'm not quite sure how good it'll be, but I think there's been sufficient light for it not to be doing its autofocus trick that it does late at night. If you've got it on autofocus, it's going in and out all the time, the focus. You have to have it on manual at night, but in the day it's not too bad. So hopefully it's come out alright. You bathe in your vans. Here we are, back at the playground. A nice little walk, isn't it? Quay Gathering Grounds. Quay Local Nature Reserve. And your crested newts. I hope they're doing well. Go love. Worth a sniff though if you're in the area. Or live in the area and don't know about it, and at least you've got some idea as to where it is now. And what's the name of the road again that it's on, love?
Normanby Drive.
Normanby Drive, that's it. I keep forgetting. Just off Cliveden Road.
You can come off onto it by Record Drive.
Yeah.
Cliveden Road.
Bit of a playground for the kids and all, isn't it? So and keep them occupied for a bit. And chairs for mum and dad. Oh heck, she's still cleaning them vans. Oh, going off to Chester for another shopping trip, I think. Oh dear. Stick some recommended cleaning products in the comments. The birds are off ski somewhere, if it'll focus on them. Well, there they go anyhow. You can tell it's getting late now because all the houses are putting the lights on.
Doesn't you?
Oh, smashing.
Almost, anyway, apart from the shoelaces.
Tie down. That is good news. No trips to Chester. Phew. You have to get your laces in the washer.
Yeah.
There you go. Normanby Drive. Opening times 9 AM until 9 PM during summertime, or 9 AM until dusk
close the gates
during winter. Well, they might not do, but officially that's it. Can't play golf here.
There's well, there was a little alley down over there.
Yeah.
Goes out into Normanby Drive.
Okay. Well, it's handy to know it's here, isn't it? We're back onto Normanby Drive now. What I'll do, I'll film a video of moving away from here back to the main road, so it gives you an idea of how to get here. It's not hard though. There you go. Righto, just grab the microphone. Right, just heading off from the park. Everyone in creation seems to park on the grass here, so I did as well. But the entrance to your park is on the left there, which might be getting a bit dark to see now, but that's where you go in. And to go out, I haven't got a clue, but Amber will tell me. Is it up there?
No, next one.
Keep going.
Because that's Granby Court, go around the circle, along the hill.
I see. So this is the one,
This is Clydon Road. Road. You can't really go wrong here, can you? Well, unless you try and set off in second gear. Bit of the road, the old road with the bungalow and the railway bridge and all that, just there on the right where that car has just gone past now. Apparently there's a bit of the bridge still in the grass verge there somewhere, I think. I've not gone delving, but I've heard the hearsay. Got Hall Lane there on your right, Englefield Avenue on your left. Takes you down to bottom of Old Road this way, back onto the main road through Connah Quay. So you can kind of get a bit of an idea as to how to get to the little park that leads you into that little bit of woodland. And the first one's just a little bit further up past the mini roundabout. And then the first on your left, follow that road and you'll see it on the right hand side. It used to be Custom House School here on the right, but they ripped it down and built a housing estate and made a little eco-friendly school with grass for a roof and that, didn't they? Not sure what it's called, to be honest.
Eco School. What's the cat? Here's the road. There we are, see? Gives you an idea as to how to get there. Head down here to the gas room shop, whatever it is now. Tattoo parlour, is it? I think. That's it, the daylight's gone now. Been out walking all day. Feels like I've been up 2 days because we've been awake since 6 o'clock this morning. So we had a good day. Nice, wasn't it? Nice, wasn't it? Did you enjoy it? There's a ship in on the left. Sounds used to be on the right for many years. That's gone now. Chippy's gone. Spinnaker. Sea spray. Used to be a little hut on the left there. Demolished that. That used to be the bank. That used to be. It used to be where it seems to be coming into play quite a lot over this end of the quay, doesn't it? Used to be this. Used to be that. What is it now? Houses.